Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sit Down and Lock Down with me, Joe Emilio, and as always, a guest on my show. Tonight, we have Jaak Erasmus, and I see there's already a few viewers with us, and we have a comment. I'm not very good with Afrikaans, Philip, but thank you so much for tuning in and leaving a nice, I don't think it's a nice comment. Chicky, I think it's, I don't know. Yeah, chiki oi, chiki oi. Thank you so much, Philip, for tuning in. So before I bring our guest on, ladies and gentlemen, just have something very quickly I want to say very quick. First of all, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the likes. Don't forget to keep liking, share this video. We're gonna get to know Jaak Erasmus. We're gonna get to know the man behind the camera and also behind the microphone. We're gonna have a nice chat about his accolades that he's been doing amazing things in the film industry. He's won awards. Him and Nathan Brooks for their company Knock Films, and we're going to talk about that everything. Now, something I do on this show to help my fellow performers is I take donations. Again, this is completely optional. You don't have to, but if you enjoyed the show and you want to help the performers out, because right now jobs are really scarce, and obviously for comedians as well, there's no jobs. It's empty. It's look, there's fuck all. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to help, the link is in the description below. You can click on that link, donate anonymously, and yeah, anything you want. 100 Rand, 50 Rand. Cigarettes are expensive, so maybe 200 Rand would help. And also, maybe 2,000 Rand. It's up to you. There's no right way of doing it. But, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm going to bring on our guest for tonight. Please put your hands together, even though we're not going to hear it, but we're going to pretend. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show my good friend, the one, the only, Jaak Erasmus. Look at him.
What up?
So, Jockey, how are you?
I'm cold, but great.
Yeah, you look like you're in the Antarctic.
Well, I'm at the beach, so close.
Okay. So tell me, how has lockdown been treating you? How are you doing? Is there anything that you are craving or missing? Yeah. Do you have any funny stories for us?
Well, I've seen a lot of memes going out that this is the best time for introverts, so it has been a pretty good time for me. I don't know, but I do miss people and I do miss working. I miss money. I miss friends. I miss a braai.
Mm.
So yeah, but other than that, I don't know. It's been going pretty good.
What is the first thing you're going to do once this is completely over? Once this is completely done, what's the first thing you want to do? Do you want to have a braai? Do you want to go and get like lekker drunk? What is it?
Shoot, shoot a movie. we've now literally finalized our script. Nathan and I, and yeah, we've been working on it for a long, long time, and it's now actually in full on pre-production.
Fantastic. All right, cool. Do you want to talk about the movie? Give us a bit of a insight, a little bit of a synopsis.
Yeah, okay, cool. So it's called Life of Kyle, and it's about an actor. I guess he's trying to make it in the industry, but he's an alcoholic. He fucks up a lot. He does get a big break, and how's he gonna deal, on that set? And so yeah, it's a very much in your face type comedy. And yeah, we're trying to push some boundaries with the film, but I think we've got something good.
All right, cool. Speaking about your film and stuff like that, why don't you tell us a bit for those who might be watching you for the very first time and who are asking, who is Jaak Erasmus? Who are you? How did you get started in this film industry? And yeah, tell us your journey to the first time, maybe because you were also a comedian. So I don't know which one came first, the filming or the comedy. But tell us the first time either you presented a film or the first time you were on stage.
Okay, so Jaak Erasmus is basically a nobody trying to be a somebody. No, so okay, so I think from a very, very young age, I knew that um, I have to entertain. Like it's not a choice, you know it.
Yeah.
Every entertainer knows that it's not a choice. And yeah, I think yeah, comedy did it come first? I don't know. I think stage acting came first, and after that, when opportunities wasn't there, I was like, okay, cool. There's a thing called stand-up comedy. That's you alone, so let's try that. And then I tried that thing behind you, the hashtag that's funny.
Yeah.
There we go. And it did good. And I did stand up for about 6 months, and then I left it because I didn't think I was very good at it, and I also didn't like the fact that I have to do the same thing for like I don't know. It's like everybody say you work on the set, and then the set you take for a year or 6 months or 3 months or whatever you as your personal thing is what your thing is. So I don't know. I think then I left that, and that's when I wrote my first script, and I was just like, screw everything. I'm gonna make a movie.
And then.
And what?
And then like what okay, so you made a
And
movie.
then I made a movie.
Yeah. Is it what was your first movie?
Oorgang.
Oh,
So
okay.
Oorgang was my debut as a film writer, script writer, whatever, a film director, and a film actor, and a film producer.
Jeez.
So it was my debut to do this type of stuff.
Yeah. Well, speaking about Oorgang, we might as well show the clip for those of you who haven't seen Oorgang. And I hope I don't get a copyright strike for this. Just saying.
No, I
Uh,
own everything.
okay,
You
cool.
you may.
All right. So I'm going to show a clip. It's the trailer of Oorgang for those of you who haven't seen it. Is it still on Showmax for those who may want to see the full?
It's still on Showmax, and it's also soon gonna play on a platform, also locally based, guys doing some good work, called Show Live. But we'll chat about that.
All right, cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, the trailer of Oorgang.
Hoe lewe jy dan voluit?
Om bewus te wees van een lewe en nie die idee van 'n lewe hierna nie, is die enigste rede om jou alles te gee.
Dit is net 'n kwessie van tyd voordat hy agterkom hy's net 'n proefkonyn.
God is soos tyd. Dit sal altyd bestaan solank as wat ons bewus is daarvan.
So, daar's niks hierna nie.
Daar's dalk baie hierna.
Fucking hardloop! Hey! Come on! Sien!
Nou kan jy sien, Karel. Nou kan jy oortek. Nou kan jy lees. Lekker slaap.
All right, so that is a very, very well made trailer. I have seen Oorgang. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Because we have a comment here by Jeff Glover. Hello, Jeff. Thank you for tuning in, buddy.
So, Jeff.
He says, Joe, what is Oorgang?
So Oorgang translated, if you watched the trailer, Jeff, it's the crossing.
Yeah, the crossing. I remember going to the premiere of the film, and it was. I don't know Afrikaans. Like I don't know Afrikaans that well. But luckily there was subtitles, and I was able to follow, and I was blown away by the just, oh my word, the attention to detail.
Thanks.
It was so well done. You could have sworn it was like this $1 million budget film. And it's a short
Wow.
film. It's a very interesting film. Like I said, I encourage everyone to go watch it on Showmax. And I'm not just blowing up smoke here on to Jock. I want to show people, because here's the thing. You're my friend, and I don't care what people say. I am going to promote this a little bit, because here's the poster that shows that it's on Showmax, and all the awards. I think you call them awards. What are these little? What are
The laurels,
The
yeah, they are
laurels, yeah.
selections and awards, yeah.
Yeah. So that's. I mean, how many are on this poster right now?
I'm not sure.
You lost count, but there's a lot.
And
I
they're
mean,
not all on there. I mean, it's 2 years ago. Like I think we are done with it. Our new projects are coming out. So while we were in that high, I regularly updated the poster and stuff like that. But I will eventually get to it and just put every festival on there. But yeah.
yeah. But as we can see here, there's Los Angeles. I mean, this thing went international, and it got laurels for it. I mean, what was that big award you guys won, where you guys had to send in a video of acceptance?
Oh, that was in Los Angeles, yeah. That was for the
Cinematography, wasn't it?
it won a few. So I think it won best score, the music, best director, best cinematography, and I think it was nominated best story. I'm not sure.
Fantastic. So yeah, guys, please go check out Oorgang. It is an interesting short film, and well produced, definitely. Tell us about
Thank you.
Oorgang. How was it to film it? So this is your first film. You did it superbly, obviously. Tell us the journey filming that, because I understand that it wasn't easy getting this project done.
No. Okay, so basically, okay, it costs a lot of money to make a short film or feature film or even a sketch. So yeah, so I had about 5 stories which I really wanted to do, and I was approaching people, etc., to play in it. And then I got to a point where it was like, okay, I will never be able to do 5 short films. So I took 4 or 5 stories, and I incorporated it into one. That's why the timelines jumps, and we are in different realms. Even like it plays a lot with parallel universes and stuff like that. And when we got to production, my partner Nathan Brooks came on board, and yeah, we've been together ever since. So not my lover partner, my business partner.
But you guys did live together.
And we live together, yeah. So, but we don't fuck.
Disclaimer.
Okay, so yeah, once production started, it was crazy. I planned this being dictatorial, that this is going to take 5 days to shoot. And after that 5 days, we shot a day of footage, And then eventually when we finished what we needed to shoot, Nate and I was watching back, and I was not happy with where the story is going. So I rewrote. Then we got an actress in called Desiree Gardner, very, very brilliant. She's brilliant. She's currently, you can see her on Sitdown for the Afrikaans people. And then after reading that, I was again not happy with where the story is going, and I rewrote again. And cool, we had now our footage and we have our new story. And then over a period of, I think it was 4 months, we shot each scene, because each scene was uh, like so way off. Like one will just be in a house, and then the other one will be in the future. So I had to change my entire house into futuristic, like this is where they make clones. And so it was a nightmare, but it was a great learning curve to you are not good. You are not you are not even close to being a good filmmaker, and I think that is the best that came from Oorgang.
Wow. Um, Even with all these awards and laurels, you still feel that way, or
Yeah, you see that we made Oorgang to only play at the Silver Skerm Fees. That has been my dream forever. I only wanted to show something I made there. I didn't care about any other film festivals, but if Silver Scarum said no, then please just one other, just say yes. And for it to have won multiple stuff and playing like across the world, it's mind blowing. And even 2 3 years later, I am still speechless. So I don't know, I don't know how to feel of it. When I watch Oorgang, I am obviously very proud of what I made, but it is also very cringeworthy.
yes, I guess there's some moments that you feel are not polished, maybe.
Yeah, just like what I've learned from Oorgang in the 3 years is like, fuck, that scene could have been better. Fuck, that could have looked better. Why is it that color? Why wasn't that there? Why blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the curse of most filmmakers and even comedians. Like I mean, I know when I do a one man show, I'm constantly, I'm like, I can say this better, or I can do this better, or I can make that joke different, or I can add this
Yeah,
punchline. So you're constantly evolving the project and the show. Um,
absolutely. Yeah, because when you stop evolving, you can kill yourself.
exactly. And for you, besides the financial side of things for that project, is there any moment in the filmmaking process of the project that you felt was like your favorite moment, like something that like when you captured it, you're like, I'm very proud. I love this moment. This is like my favorite scene, my favorite shot, whatever. Do you have any of that for Orhan?
My favorite scene of Oorgang, like I have a favorite moment of Oorgang, and I do have that on video. Was where Nate and I was sitting, and Danelle, our friend, she was videoing us without knowing, and we were just talking, and coming up with this edit, and that is probably my favorite moment of the entire Oorgang production. But my favorite scene in Oorgang is we call it the clone scene. That's that sci-fi part, and that's a scene with Jared Pillay and Noah Milan, also two brilliant artists. Um, yeah, I have a lot to say about Noah Milan. Ach, and a little about Jared. No, he's brilliant.
Interesting that scene. I remember that scene. Interesting that scene is your favorite one. I thought it would have been a different scene that would have been your favorite one. But yeah, guys, go check out
What was your favorite scene?
my favorite scene. The part where that weird. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it. But basically, the part where you are chatting to your I think it's your wife in the short,
Yeah.
and then she
Okay. So we
Yeah.
don't want to give anything away.
Yeah.
So I always when Nate and I watch that back, and maybe it's a bit windgat, I don't know, but I always say, what a fucking intro.
Yeah, it's quite a cool. I mean, that moment was very interesting, and I think she says lekker slop, and then boom.
Yeah, and then there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's when the movie
And it's like
starts.
so. It's the thing about this short as well is like I feel like there's so much more to the story. It leaves you wanting more because there's so much that happens, and
Yeah.
you're like I don't I feel content, but at the same time I'm like I want more. What happened to X? What happened? Like where is this going? Who is that person? How is this
Yeah,
influence?
so Joe, that's the sad part for me about Oorgang is because I've written a 10-part series or mini series, whatever you want to call it, for Oorgang, and I'm going deep into every single character, but nobody's interested.
Really?
Well, I haven't heard anything, so I take that as a hard no.
That's interesting because the
I don't know. I just do think like I love Afrikaans so much, and I've been watching CakeNet so much, and I've been watching what they are doing, and I'm seeing the new stuff that's coming out, and brilliant productions and brilliant stories. They also, I think, testing boundaries with some certain genres they're trying out, and I just personally feel that Oorgang is a great story if you are interested into testing boundaries, because it's a full-on sci-fi, but it's not. It plays off as a drama, but it's sci-fi, it's science fiction, it's about time travel, it's about parallel universes, but you never see this. There's no blue neon and spaceships and stuff like that. It's drama basically.
yeah. Yeah, well, definitely got that from the short that it's dramatic.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can go check out Oorgang on Showmax. I encourage you to. You will be left feeling like you want more, which is great. But yeah, it is worth a watch. It's only like 20 minutes, so please go check it out. So you mentioned earlier that you have a project coming in, Life of Kyle. You have other projects, which
Yeah.
I would love to chat about on the show. So maybe we'll bring you back again next week or the week after when we'll figure it out. And we'll chat about
Yeah.
all the other projects that you got coming up. I understand that you have clips as well that you can give like sneak peeks for people. And guys, you're going to want to watch some of these clips. I'm in them. Well, I'm in one of them. I'm in one of them. I'm in one of the projects.
Yeah, and
Um,
we did a trilogy with Joe called Joseph's Freakout, but I played Joseph.
yeah.
And
There's a plot twist.
so we just need this lockdown to end because we still just need some voiceover stuffies to do in there, and then that can go live.
Yeah, that was a
And
very
then
fun
and then
project.
just a quickie, like all of those, like Joseph's Freakout and all of our other shorts, which will be under 10 minutes long, and our sitcom King's Talent will also be on showlive.co.za, which is a platform for musicians and artists, filmmakers. So
Tell
there, and
us tell us a little
it will
bit
be.
more about Show Life. Like, how did that get started? What is that? Who is that run by? And how can people get involved?
Okay, so Show Live is run by a dude called Herman Verkeil. I met this guy like years ago when I was still in the music industry, and he's still in the music industry, still doing very good. And I think him and a partner this all musicians to put up live streams to get donations during this COVID period, And I am actually the first filmmaker on their platform. So I think Cell Group, which is a short comedy we did, that's currently playing. And I think some of the others will also be live right after the stream.
Okay, cool. And how do people get involved? They just contact him, and if they have something.
Just go on to showlive.co.za and hopefully I will be on the top page. No, I'm kidding. Just probably look for short films, click on the three stripes, or but yeah, it will be clear on their website where the short films are, and I think yeah, maybe 2-3 of our shorts will be on there, and I'm pretty sure a lot of our other filmmakers will get involved.
Fantastic. I think that's a great idea and a great initiative, especially now during the lockdown. People
Yeah,
can get some taste of local talent and local filmmakers. That's exciting. I'll go check it out. And actually, why don't you also after the live stream send me a link to their website, and I'll put it in the description below
sweet.
after we're done here.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, as I was saying, Jock's working on some other stuff. Some of them there we go. Herman, I think this is him. Herman, what's his name? Herman
Verkeil.
Verkeil. That's how you say it. This is him. He just said all three shorts are on there with a smiley face. Herman, I know you, dude. You look so familiar. I know, I know you. And it will be on the top. He's giving you a winky face. Hi, Joe.
Lekker, man.
Hi, Joe. Long time. Yeah, long time, buddy. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to me, please. Please.
Subscribe.
All right. So, yeah, as I was saying, we're actually going to play a game. I like to play this game with my guests that I have on the show. And we're going to play it now. It's almost halfway. So, when we get to halfway, like I said, I like to play this game. I call it the interrogation game. But before I bring that game on, I do want to remind you guys that later on tonight, I have an interview on a different show I call Let's Talk, where I talk about current affairs and current events and news and hot topics, controversial topics, just an array of different things. And I'm going to have this guy called Big Daddy Liberty. Perhaps some of you have seen him on social media. And we're going to talk about the current, what's happening now in South Africa. He's going to give his opinion and talk to us a bit about that. Then tomorrow evening, I have every Friday a roast between comedians, and this is actually the wrong artwork, so I'm so sorry about that. How embarrassing. But tomorrow there is a roast, which is going to be between Chantel Venter and Robin Dunlop, so you don't want to miss out on that. It's at 8:30 p.m., and there's a surprise roast master as well. We just roast each other, and the audience gets to be involved as well. So if you're interested, come check that out. But remember, it's a roast, so anything goes, and we do it for fun.
And you don't want to roast against Chantel. I'm very sorry for that other bra. I'm sorry. She's going to fucking kill him.
It's Robin Dunlop, who's a woman, so it's two chicks.
Interesting. Oh.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play the interrogation game. And how we play that, well, I'm going to explain that right now. So, Jaak and I have prepared 3 statements each, all right? Now, one of those statements is not true, and it's up to Jaak or me to interrogate each other and find out which one of those statements is the lie. I'm going to present the statements on the screen. You guys can also get involved by guessing which one could be the lie. So I'm going to go first so that we can get a feel for this, and I'm going to pop up my sentences first. So I'm going to read the sentences, and Jaak, when you're ready, we will start. I have 2.5 minutes to interrogate Jaak, and then once we're done, Jaak will interrogate me. Okay, so here's Jaak's sentences. So, Jaak, we're just going to confirm your sentences here. I'm not starting the time yet. His first sentence or statement was, I am very comfortable being naked. I don't know why he felt the need to say that. I played tennis for Western Province. That's his second statement about himself. And now his third statement, I wrote my first story when I was 9 years old. All right, so those are the statements. I have 2.5 minutes to interrogate him, ask him questions, and find out which one of those is the lie. You guys, once again, can help me try and guess which one is the lie. My 2.5 minutes starts now. All right. You're very comfortable with being naked. Have you ever been naked in front of people?
Yes.
Okay, when? When was the last time you were naked in front of people?
I don't know.
I highly doubt that's a thing you can forget, my friend.
Oh, like if you are naked a lot of the times, like, are you gonna book it?
Were you naked for a film? Were you naked like you were drunk and you got naked? What was the situation?
Both are very plausible.
All right, I have a feeling one could be the lie. All right, I played tennis for Western Province. Okay. That's an interesting one. And I have a minute and a half left. You guys can also ask questions, whoever's watching. I played tennis for Western Province. How old were you when you played tennis for Western Province?
9.
9. Okay. That seems a bit far-fetched. Um, when did you start playing tennis?
When did I start?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the question. 9.
Oh, you started at 9. Okay, but when were you playing for Western Province?
Oh, from 11 years old till 13 years old.
Interesting. Okay. Did you win anything? Did you ever get like an award or something?
I played for Western Province. I won a lot.
Did you? Okay. So are you like in the Hall of Fame now or something for like the
Well, if you go look deep.
Look deep. 45 seconds. Okay, I wrote my first story when I was 9 years old. What story? What was it called?
It was plagiarized, A Nightmare on Elm Street.
That doesn't count as your first story then.
But it was my own version of Freddy Krueger.
Okay. I'm 30 seconds left. Okay, what do you mean it was your own version? Like what? He loved you instead of hated you? What?
No, I watched Nightmare on Elm Street. That was my very first horror I ever watched, and that's how I got into horror. That's my favorite genre, one of my favorite genres.
Okay, but you said your story was plagiarized and it wasn't the same.
Yeah, so I just used Freddy Krueger and the guy with the claws, and I wrote a story
Okay.
about dreams.
Okay. All right. My time's up. Nobody's helping me in the chats to find out which one is the lie. I think they're very biased at the moment, but it's fine. I'm going to go with number 1. I don't know. You were very, like, I don't know. You had an answer for everything else.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared, motherfucker. I didn't know that's how it goes. But yeah, okay, cool. You're right. Yeah, I'm scared even to take my shirt off at the beach.
All right, cool. So I was right. For those of you watching, thanks for the help. Not.
Asshole.
All right, but this is now Jaak's turn to see if he can guess which one of my statements are a lie. So I'm going to pop up my statements now. And all right, wait, before I do want to address Jeff's comment here. I've seen Jaak Erasmus playing tennis naked for Western Province. It's a good one. All right, so
Fuck you, Jeff.
all right, so here are my statements. I'm going to read them before I start the timer. So all right, my first statement is I used to have a goose as a pet. Second statement is I once got attacked by a cow. And then third statement is I hate cheese spread. Okay? And
Okay.
2.5 minutes starts now.
So I don't think I want to interrogate you. I think I can read you like a book.
Okay.
So what
That's
I want to
not how you
say
play the game, but
is,
okay.
okay, so you are from America, Texas, right?
Yeah.
Then you went to Egypt
Yeah. I'm very
and
confused.
then
where
South
this is going.
Africa.
Yeah.
Okay. So my thoughts are
2 minutes left.
Texas, you had a pet goose. Egypt, a cow fucked you up. And you ate cheese spread.
that is an interesting.
That is what I think.
Okay, so you don't want to ask questions. So you don't want to.
No, Joe, I know you.
Okay, so
Tell me I'm wrong.
okay, so just to be clear, you think number 3 is the lie. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying, oh, wait. Okay, wait. Because I think you like cheese a lot. So you hate cheese. It's 3.
So 3 is the lie.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't want to ask questions.
No.
All right. Yes, three is the lie. I'll be honest.
And did you have a pet goose
Well, if
in
3 is the lie, the other 2
America?
are true.
Yeah, but where was I right? In Texas and in Egypt, the cow fucked you up.
No, the cow fucked me. The cow fucked me up in America too. So.
Okay, Texas.
Yeah.
So it was bull.
Yeah, it was bull. I do like cheese spread. I like it. I don't love it. I like it. It's
You
all
like
right.
it,
It's not.
okay.
It's not my favorite thing, but I do like it. Man, I had a bit of a theme. I should have stuck to the theme, but anyway.
Did I fuck your theme up?
Yeah.
Oh man.
but we were both correct about each other, so we both tie and win this one. So yeah, that is the how the game is played. I do want to ask you something about your statements, though, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Will you elaborate a little bit more on the whole tennis for Western Province thing?
I was like, fuck, sport was my thing. I did province cricket, squash, and tennis when I was very young. And I think it's just those 3. I wasn't that great at golf yet, but golf got better when I was like in school. But yeah, I've always been like sport was my thing till high school. In standard 8, when my teacher told me you need to come act because I always disturbed the classes.
Wait a second.
And that's when my acting started.
Is that how
basically.
you? So you got started in acting because your teacher told you that you disturbed the class so much.
Yeah, so basically, her name Juffrou van Wyk from Durbanville High School. When you used to read a book in class, to get points or whatever the fuck it was, I would read as characters. So if different people were talking in the book, I would go into voices and stuff. And she said I must come audition, and that year I got the lead role and started doing drama.
What was your lead role in?
It was a thing called Roy, and I think what's his name? Garen Hauptfleet. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but a very good writer. And Philip, who commented earlier, his dad was actually my director.
Okay.
In school. So yeah, so 2 years from 3 years, 8, 9, and 10 matric, did drama, and that's when sports started taking the back seat.
Do you miss sports?
Yeah, I miss cricket. Like, I think my dad always thought I would play for the Cobras or the Proteas. And I think I knocked him when I said, I'm going to pursue this drama thing.
That's
Yeah.
okay though. All right, so that's interesting that you are basically started your entertainment career because your teacher basically told you to audition for a thing in drama. That's awesome.
Yeah, dankie Juffrou van Wyk en oom Jan Burger.
All right, so we got a few comments here. Chico, I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you ever met Chico. He used to run Unclass open mic night. He says here, he was commenting about my statement saying that somehow after the other day, Joe being attacked by a cow isn't beyond imagination. And he says Joe is a psychopath. He can't hate cheese spread. So and he says that he has a goose and it's not far fetched. Okay, thank you, Chico, for helping
There
out.
we go.
And thank you for tuning in, buddy. It's good to see you here. It's always good to see you. Thank you, everyone who's tuned in at the moment. All right, so I do like to ask my guests this question as well, and perhaps you can give us a juicy one. Okay, I'm gonna ask you for. I might ask this twice, depending on your answer. So I want you to give us your most embarrassing film experience.
Most embarrassing film experience.
Yeah, you must have one. I know Nathan has quite a few.
Yeah, but that's Nathan. I don't embarrass myself.
Like,
Fuck, I don't know.
I don't even know if Nathan is watching, but like, I really want to say this story that he told me, but I don't think I have the right to say it. Like, he told me something.
Why?
No, because he told me some embarrassing things. But let's just say he woke. I don't know if you know the story. Like I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. Okay, never mind.
Say it.
Do you know the story of him at Espresso? I shouldn't have even said that.
Okay, yeah, stop it. I know what you're talking about.
okay.
Okay. I don't know. Like, what do you mean, like, by embarrassing?
If you know
Like,
the story of
yeah, but
Nathan-
I'm not Nathan. I don't do stuff like that. I don't know. Okay, maybe. Okay.
You just dissed your friend so hard.
He's not my friend.
He's your brother.
We work together, and that's where it stays. I hope you're watching, Nathan. And work. I haven't received the email with my WeTransfers.
Yes, man.
No, okay, so embarrassing in Oorgang. No, cool memory, much worse. Okay, so we did a music video with Noah Milan, who was also in Oorgang, so she's a musician also, and Albert Maritz was the lead actor in a music video. And the guy we had to play younger Albert dropped us 1 hour before shoot.
Oh,
So guess who had to play younger Albert? And it was just because I don't look close to what he looks, and I had to kiss a girl, and like that was my first on-screen kiss.
oh, the
type
humanity.
thing.
You must have felt so embarrassed because you had to kiss a girl, Jaak.
No, I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed. Now I'll kiss a girl any day of the week because I haven't kissed a girl in fucking. So yeah, I was embarrassed to be a younger version of Albert because, yeah, I don't know. Albert is a charismatic looking man, and I look like this. So I was embarrassed. And in Oorgang, there's a sex scene, and that maybe not embarrassing, but uncomfortable because I was in a jockey. So now I don't like taking my shirt off. So I was like in a jockey, and like 28 times we had to do this dance, this waltz of up, kiss, kiss, push down, come down, kiss, kiss, line, again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. And I don't know, I didn't enjoy that.
That's actually interesting because, like, I know like people who don't really know much about the entertainment business, which they just don't look behind the scenes. Everyone, like, I remember when I was a kid, or like earlier on, like when I first started getting into movies, sex scenes are like, oh no, like we can't have a sex scene, and like, oh, that's so naughty, and like then you get older and you hit puberty, and then it's like, oh man, yeah, I would dig to do, like, the jocks would be like, I dig to do, like, not a jock as in you jock, I mean
I
like.
was like that. Yeah, definitely. But
um,
once you do it, yeah,
yeah, but that's the thing. Like some guys are like, yeah, man, I would fucking love to do a sex scene. Imagine that with this hot chick all over me and stuff. But that's the thing. You have a crew looking at you. You have a director telling you up, down, kiss, left, right.
and not just that. You need to know what to do because you need to do it every single time from every single angle. So I am not dry humping a chick here, not at all. She's wearing gear, I'm wearing gear, and we are doing a dance basically. And if you fuck that dance up, you're gonna fuck the edit up.
Exactly. So it's not all like like what people think like fancy, smancy, or sexy time. Chico says, behind the scene is where all the fun is. Yeah, okay, cool.
That's true. That's true. One thing Nate and I enjoy most is watching back our BTS, our behind the scenes.
Mm. And do you guys have any behind the scenes that you would share with people?
Maybe one day when they do a documentary about us.
Cool. We'll wait. We'll wait to hear we'll wait to see that exclusive footage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So for you, the sex scene was an embarrassing scene for you to do. Did anything embarrassing really happen? Like, did you like hit each other or something like that, or did you like or was it just uncomfortable?
It's just uncomfortable. Yeah, I think what might have been embarrassing for her is the tape came off
Oh shit.
a few times. But I mean, if you want to be a professional in the industry, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like actors and models and stuff like that, they get dressed in front of each other quite a lot, and so yeah, I think you have to get used to seeing other people naked.
Mm, absolutely.
Just know I'm going to my orky to get into my new wardrobe.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't like getting undressed in front of people either. It's weird, especially like like a men's locker room. Like people are just very confident in there, even though they shouldn't be confident.
Yeah, dude. So I had when I went to high school, I had a choice between Durbanville High, Jan van Riebeeck, and Paul Roos, which Paul Roos would have done wonders for my cricket. But I said no because it's a fucking boys' school and it's gonna be in a course full of boys, and no. So I went to Durbanville. Thank God.
Okay. All right. So I do want to say as well, or the other question that I thought I might have to ask. So I asked you what was the most embarrassing like film experience. Now I want to know what was your most embarrassing stage experience, whether it be in acting or in comedy.
Yeah, you ask such cock questions. Difficult. I don't mean cock as cock. I mean it as difficult. um, I think every comedian when they die on stage, that's fucking embarrassing. Like you would know, any comedian will know that. And I also think that's why I wasn't good at comedy because I wasn't good at adapting to certain audience. I am a storyteller. I have a story to come tell you. And if you are not into my story, I'm gonna fucking feel like a piece of shit. So, because yesterday the people loved my story, why aren't you loving my story? You know, that's the battle I think you deal with as a stand-up comedian, unless you very good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've done some one man shows though in stand up comedy. like you mentioned that
Yeah.
earlier. Um, are you gonna bring them back, or have you now left comedy completely? Is that something that's in the
No,
past?
I am definitely coming back to the stage. That is a definite. But there's I need to do before I can get back onto stage.
Okay, all right. And you're probably gonna write a script for it, and will it be something different? Like, are you gonna include skits with it, or are you still giving it some thought?
So it's broad. So I do want to do like stage productions where it's full on stories, but when it comes to stand up, I'm definitely gonna come back and yeah, it's a process for me. I take my hat off to all of the comedians like going out weekly, going to get their stage time, try out their jokes, etc., etc. The angle I'm coming from is just a very different angle. Yeah, I don't know. When I do announce a stage show, everybody will know about it. So that's the angle I'm coming from.
Cool. And you know what? After interviewing some of the comedians, which by the way, you guys should go check out. I've interviewed quite a few comedians, Barry Hilton, one of them, Nick Rabinowitz, and a few other cool guys, some of them not so well known, but very interesting people. And a lot of them have said that they didn't start out the normal way. Like we were you discussed this earlier, where you have to go and do 5 minutes and keep on doing the 5 minutes, grow
Yeah,
those 5 minutes, blah blah. Like I know a few comedians who actually started right off the bat doing one man shows, and they still
that
do it.
was me.
Well, you are one of them, and then some other guys. So my point here is like I don't think there's a right way of doing things. I think once you have a show, just flip
Yeah.
and do it. And
Yeah, I also think a following is a very big thing.
yes,
I eh, like it's very important to have an audience.
yeah.
If you don't have an audience, I don't see the point going out weekly. And like I will get a lot of hate for that. Cool, come at me. But I just think like if you don't have an audience and you've given yourself X amount of time, whatever that time is you've given yourself, then go try something else. It's not working.
Interesting take on that. Well, I do want to address some of the guys that are tuning in now. You're a bit late. Zander Swart says, ahoy. Hello, Zander. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to
Hello,
subscribe and like this
Xander.
video. And then we have Mel Lizzie. I don't know if you know Mel Lizzie.
I think I do know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she says, hi, Jaak, with a smiley face. And then
Hi.
Chico seems a bit confused or surprised. He says, what? I don't know why. Um, but yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I interview comedians and I have interesting talks with interesting people on my channel. It's really fun. It's really fun. And then we have here Tommy Kutsia, who says, it's like Radio Rups. He started when we were in res at varsity. Yeah, you see. Hey, Geo. Going back to Tommy very quickly before we speak about Geo. Yes, Radio Rups started, differently than most artists. And that's fine. I don't think there's a right or wrong way. I think everybody must just follow the path that they can. Or they want to, rather. Everyone's free to start how they want, do what they want. I don't think, like, you do get this in the industry where some comics will be like, yeah, but you need to do those 5 minutes, and you need to grow, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. Yeah, you do. They help. It's nothing wrong with it. But if you want to write a one-man show right off the get-go, there's nothing wrong with that either. But if your one-man show isn't good, and you feel like maybe a bit of experience is needed before you do another one, then get that experience, if you know what I'm saying. So if you write a one-man show and it doesn't work out, take responsibility. Don't be upset about it. Don't hate on everyone. Just go back to the blueprint and try again. Rome wasn't built in a day, and it's the same with comedy. You need practice, you need experience, and
Absolutely.
and that's the same whether you're going to be a filmmaker like Jock. I mean, I'm sure you worked hard for Oorgang, and you're constantly learning, like you said. Now you've looked at the product or the finished project, and you've said, I could have done this better, I could have done that
Yeah,
better,
that's
and
that's
now,
why I'm saying
yeah,
like, whether you will make a comedian, you give yourself like X. I said X. Give yourself X amount of time, whether it's a month, whether it's 5 years. Like work with a plan and have goals
yes,
as you are going through that plan. And those accolades, those accomplishments, whatever, during that 5 year period or whatever, that will give you clear insight into this is working, I am funny, I'm a good movie, I blah blah blah. So it is a process. You cannot, there's a very few that just comes off the bat and they fucking world famous,
yeah.
and doesn't always work like that. It actually never works like that. Hard work will always pay off.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that answers Chico's comment as well, because he says, just seems ambitious to go straight into a one-man show with no lead up. It is, but again, like Jock just said, give yourself time. Like if you want to do it in 6 months, then work your fucking ass off in 6 months and do it. If you want to do it in 10 years, like I did, work your ass off in 10 years and do a one-man show.
It is ambitious, and there's nothing wrong with ambition. I mean, I was forced at 19 years old to write a one-man show because I didn't have money to go study. So the only thing that made sense to me is cool. Put an hour. I think my show was like an hour and a half, bro. That is like too fucking long, also. But it was to a sold-out crowd in Melkbos and in Stellenbosch, and I mean, cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I stopped.
Some would say you should have continued, but you're making movies and you're good at making movies, so either way, you're still around. Very quickly, I just want to say, yes, Chico, if it works, it works. There you go. Just like I said, I think also what needs to be said is, again, whether you take 6 months or 10 years to work on this project, if it doesn't work, well, you got to reassess yourself and decide, do you want to continue or not? And be prepared to live with the consequences, whatever that is. And I think that's what people...
And take criticism.
Yes, that's what people don't do. Like, there's been a lot of guys that do one-man shows early and are not very successful. That I don't think that necessarily means that they shouldn't do comedy. Maybe there was something they just need to work on. That's all.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
and they didn't. And I think that's also like sad to see. But anyway, I do want to guess who joined us 3 minutes left in the show. Well, actually, he joined a bit earlier than that, but he joined maybe 5 minutes ago. Nathan Brooks has decided to grace us with his presence and says, ahoy.
What's up, Nathan? The show's over. Where's my Wii transfer?
Nathan, if you might want to watch this from the beginning. We did talk about you. I won't say if it was good or bad things. Your boss is very angry with you, Nathan.
He's my boss.
Oh, really? Okay, well, damn. You guys...
We are each other's boss.
And Jeff says, who the fuck invited Nathan? I think we were all thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I actually told Nathan to not watch the show because I'm going to destroy him.
Nathan, thank you so much for tuning in. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, please. Like I said, I interview a whole lot more people and interesting cats on this show, not literal cats. I saw you brought up Gio, so very quickly in closing, how is Gio? Is he okay now?
Yeah, Gio's doing great. So he was, as a few people might know, just before lockdown, like 2 days, and yeah, he was torn apart,
Yeah.
but that is back to normal.
Awesome, man. I'm so glad to hear it. And did you ever catch that asshole?
No, I am still in the process. I will get them. So, and that's not going to be fun for them.
Yeah. No, what they did was horrible. And if you guys want to know what happened, we'll leave it for the next show. I will have Jog back because there's a lot more that we want to talk about. Like I said, he has other projects that are being released, that are going to be released, and he sent lovely clips, and I very much want to discuss those clips. I'm sure there's a lot of fun stories to be told about those clips. So for now, this is where we're going to leave it. Jock, what I like to do with my guests at the end of a show is I ask my guests to take a moment with the audience and leave them with a message, whether it's positive or negative. That's up to you. But if there's anything you want to say to the people watching, now's your chance.
What I want to say to the people is be real. That's basically it, man. With those few words, if you are just a real motherfucker, then like you will have so much more less issues in your sad life. Yeah, man. I mean, no. Like, I just mean, like, people love to moan. People love to have shit to say. I'm one of them. That's a fact. But I always try to see the positive in things, even though I'm not a very positive person to people who knows me personally. But positivity is a very broad spectrum. I just want to say, don't be a sheep, be positive, and read.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Jaak Erasmus, a very awesome dude to have on my show. Talented filmmaker. Please go see Oorgang. It is right now on Showmax. You can go check it out. And I'll have him back in a week or two to discuss his other projects. There's very exciting things coming up. I'm in one of them. And hopefully Nathan will join us from the beginning of the show instead of at the end of the show. And I hope you guys will be back as well to have a very interesting conversation with Jaak Erasmus once again. Remember, those of you that enjoyed the show, please consider donating. The link is in the description below. And I'll also pop in a link for the show live later on tonight. So once again, thank you to everyone who tuned in. Chico, Cindy, Lee Durand, much love. Thank you. Much love to you. Jeff Glover, thank you so much for tuning in. Mel, Lizzie, Xander, I see you. Herman, awesome dude. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's good to see you again. Once again, guys, Nadia, everyone that tuned in, Philip, thank you all so much for tuning in. Please consider subscribing and liking this video. I will see you at the next one. Remember, tonight I am in half an hour. I will be with this gentleman, Big Daddy Liberty. We'll be discussing some things about South Africa. So please tune into that, and you'll find out who he is at the same time. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. And if I don't see you later tonight, I'll see you tomorrow. There's a roast at 8:30 p.m. Join in. And if I don't see you there, then I'll catch you at the next one. Good night. Thanks again.